Hi, grandkids. It's Sunday night, so it's time for another Bible verse I want to share with you, and it's a really, really important one today. That if you apply this verse to your life, you have a relationship with God and go to heaven. It's so important to have that relationship with God. There's only one way, and that's to believe on Jesus. So the verse is Psalm 1:6. There's 150 psalms in the Bible. Well, this is from the very first psalm, and it says this: "For the Lord, that's God, knoweth the way of the righteous." So we'll talk about that for a second. So this verse has a promise to us, but also a warning, and that's what the Bible is all about. The promises that we have and the warnings that the Bible gives us. And guess what? Every time it's based on one thing. What have you done with Jesus? What have you done with Jesus? So let's kind of brighten up our verse here, and we'll make this. Does that show up okay? Purple, yeah. All right. For the Lord knoweth. That Lord, we're going to put in red. You know what red means? God or Jesus. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous. So we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to underline it and put it in red. Let me tell you why it's red. There's only one way to be righteous. Now, examples of righteous are obeying parents, obeying teachers, being kind, being thankful, being happy. Instead of being sad and grumpy, a person's happy. Well, that's righteous. But none of those things get you to heaven. They're just the result of believing in Jesus. Because once we have Jesus in our life, knowing we have victory, that we're going to heaven, nothing compares with that. There's nothing to be sad or grumpy about. And we want to please God for what he did for us, making us a way to heaven, that we want to do well for God. So, for the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous. God knows who's going to heaven and who's not. And it's all about one person, Jesus. But the way of the ungodly shall perish. I'm trying to think of a different color. I like black because maybe we can come up with a. We'll put in blue so it stands out. The difference between righteous and perishing, the difference between heaven and not going to heaven, is what would you rather be around, diamonds or garbage? Well, forever and ever and ever, perishing means you're going to be around garbage forever. Or you can be around diamonds, goodness, beauty, friendships. It's like living in a diamond-filled world based on living in garbage. Which would you rather have? Of course, we want to live in diamonds. We need Christ. So here's the Bible verse, kids. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous. That's part of it. That's the good news. Here's the warning. But the way of the ungodly shall perish. The way of the ungodly will end up on a garbage heap for eternity. Nobody wants that. Put your trust in Jesus Christ. You might not understand that fully at this point, although like Avery and Logan And now, Eli, you're getting up there, and Kaylee are getting up there, and Brill. I mean, you're all getting to understand that you've made mistakes, right? Mistakes is called sin. Sin separates us from God into garbage forever. Do you only want to have to go toward a diamond-filled eternity is through Jesus Christ, because He takes our sin and pay that debt that we have against God for our mistakes. I hope that makes sense. It's a great verse. Memorize it and then apply it in real life. You just say, you know what? I'm going to trust Jesus Christ, and then I'm going to try to honor God in everything I do, being thankful that I'm going to heaven, a diamond-filled place, instead of ending up on a garbage heap. That's what Jesus can do for you. Love you.